Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 54 of the Walk of Ethan Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Ethan Black. Today, we're going to talk about the shows from Friday, July 21st through today, Sunday, July 23rd. Just a quick programming note, Prestige Wrestling has their All Rise show on the night, but unfortunately, where I'm recording, I wasn't able to get into it, talk about the show till Friday's episode. Was not really unfortunate, but still, so I'll be talking about on Friday, so we'll just get right into it. So we will kick off with Friday, July 21st shows. So we kick it off with Big Japan Pro Wrestling Shopping Street Event Night 1. So opening match, Tristan Archer defeating Kazuki Hashimoto for Kurt to eat 6 minutes and 23 seconds. Tag team match with Tasaki Sakimoto and Yasufumi Nakaneo defeating World Strong Heavyweight Champion Yuya Oyagi and Misaki Marahiro via Boston Crab 15 minutes and 31 seconds. Tag team match we had two-thirds of the Yokohama Shopping 6-man tag champs deathmatch heavyweight champ Yuki Ishikawa and Kazumi Kitayota defeating Daiji Hashimoto and Kota Sekifuda via Lazarus Effect 13 minutes and 56 seconds. 6-man tag team match. We have one half of the Big Japan tag team champs Takora Nomura, Yokohama Shopping Street 6-man tag team Hitoshi Kamatani, and Raiju Ito versus Abdullah Kabashi. Kazuchika Yoshida and Jack Kennedy ends in a double count in minute 33. So we have a rematch this time under a no count, no DQ match. Nomura, Kamatani, and Ito defeating Kabashi, Yoshida, and Kennedy via running soccer ball kick, 14 minutes and 1 second. So it's Big Japan Pro Wrestling. Then we go to Stardom's in Sendai. Second time they're there this year. So opening match, we had a triple threat match. Momo would defeat Yuya Mizumori and Lady C via La Mystico, 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Tag match with the new Eris, Wonder of Star champion Mirai and Amy Sword defeating Black Desires new blood tag champ Starlight Kamo Watanabe via disqualification 10 minutes and 51 seconds. 6-woman tag team match with Queen Quest Saya Kamatani, Azumi Mayu Amasaki, defeating stars IWGP Women's Champion Maritani, Hiden and Saida via Diamond Foot Stomp 10 minutes and 4 seconds. In tag team match with FWC Kogwa and Hasuki, defeating BMI 2000s Natsuhiko Tora and Ruka by disqualification 6 minutes and 38 seconds. Non-title match with Maika, Suzuki, and May Sarah defeating our star champions Bobby Bombers, Julia, Tekla, and May Sakura via Tequila Shot, 9 minutes and 57 seconds. In the main event, 6-woman tag team match with Cosmic Angels, World Star Champ Tam Nakao, Natsupoi, Sorry Eno, defeating God Star Champions Rose Goldust, Mia Shirakawa, and Mirai May, Team of Hanako via Tantaladoi, 12 minutes and 36 seconds. So that was Stardom. Then we go to New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax Night 5. So this is the A and B block. So opening match, we kick it off with B block action. One half of the IWGP Tag Champs Yoshihashi defeating Tango Loa, 12 minutes and 35 seconds via Crucifix Bomb. Then A block, strong openweight tag champ Gabriel Kidd defeating Ren Narita, 10 minutes and 5 seconds via leg trap pile driver. And B block, Gray O'Connor defeat El Fantasma by submission via a grounded version of the Sheep Killer, 12 minutes and 46 seconds. Back to A block, Chase Owens defeating Hikuleo, 11 minutes and 2 seconds via C Trigger. Non-title B block, United States Champion Will Ospreay to begin the win over Kenta, 14 minutes and 2 seconds via Stormbreaker. And A block, Shota Uno and Kento Kiyomiya go to a 20-minute time limit draw. So both men get a point each. Then we go to a champion for champ B block match. Never openweight 6-man tag champ Kazuchika Okada defeating KOPW 2023 champion Taiji, 16 minutes and 20 seconds via roll up. In the main event, non-title A block action. This is a rematch from Dominion. IWGP World Champion Sanada defeating Yuji Tsuji, 18 minutes and 36 seconds via death bomb. So the standings after night 5 for A and B block. For A block in first place, IWGP World Champion Sanada with 6 points, 3 wins, 0 losses. Kento Kiyomiya in second place with 5 points, 2 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw. Third place, strong openweight tag team champion Gabriel Kidd and Chase Owens tied with 4 points, 2 wins, 1 loss. In fourth place, Ren Narita has 2 points. He has 0 wins, 1 loss, and 2 draws. So basically, you get a point each for 20-minute time of a draw, so that's why he has 2 points. Fifth place, Shota Uno, Yuji Tsuji have 1 point each. They have 0 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. And in last place, Hikuleo has no points, 0 wins, 3 losses. In a B block, never openweight 6-man tag team Kazuchika Okada. First place with 6 points, 3 wins, 0 losses. Second place, IWGP tag team Yoshihashi, United States champion Will Ospreay, and KOPW 2023 champion Taiji have 4 points, 2 wins, 1 loss. Third place, Tangaloa Kenta and Great-O-Khan tied with 2 points, 1 win, 2 losses. And in last place, El Phantasmo has 0 points, 0 wins, 3 losses. So that's New Japan. And it will go to Ring of Honor's Jeff Ford's Honor. So we had in the pre-show matches, 4 matches. In a pure reels match, Josh Walsh defeating Tracy Williams 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Action Andrade and Darius Martin defeating the Workhorsemen. Anthony Henry and JD Drake 7 minutes and 22 seconds. Layla Hirsch defeating Trish Adora by submission 9 minutes and 13 seconds. In the main event of the pre-show, AR Fox getting the win over Shane Taylor 10 minutes and 21 seconds. So the main show, so we had 12 matches overall, 4 on the pre-show and 8 on the actual show. So the actual pay-per-view starts out with Gravity getting the win over Commander 10 minutes and 5 seconds. For the television title, Samoa Joe defeats Dalton Castle 14 minutes and 12 seconds to retain the TV title. Another title match that's on is the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. Aussie Open Cauliflower Mark Davis defeating Chuck Taylor and Trimper of Best Friends, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett of the Kingdom, and the champions Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr., Ray Phoenix, 17 minutes and 1 second. 6-man tag team titles online. The Embassy, Khan, Brian Cage, Toyo Leona retains over Leo Ruffin and represent New Japan Pro Wrestling's 6 or 9. Master Wato and Ryusuke Taguchi, 12 minutes and 20 seconds. For the pure title, Kazuchika Shibata retains over Dale Garcia, 14 minutes and 36 seconds. In a fight with an Honor 6-man tag match, Alex Reynolds, Evito, and John Silver of Dark Order getting the win over the Righteous Dutch, Vincent and Stu Grayson, 15 minutes and 42 seconds. For the Ring of Honor World title, champion Claudio Castagnoli retains over Pac, 18 minutes and 36 seconds. And the main event for the women's title, Athena retains over Will Nightingale at 20 minutes and 31 seconds. So it's Ring of Honor. And it will go to NXT Level Up. Tag team match with Hank Walker and Tank Letcher defeat Ikemen Jiro and Quincy Elliott 5 minutes and 44 seconds. Danny Palmer defeating AZ Dam 4 minutes and 33 seconds. In the main event, Dante Chen defeating Javier Bernard 6 minutes and 50 seconds. And then we will go to SmackDown. So we kick it off with a recap of last week and the warpath of Jey Uso in the wake of Jimmy Uso getting taken out. And then we see Undisputed Years Jim Roman Reigns playing Solo Cole walking in the back. And then we head to our opening match, our final semifinal match of the United States title number contenders tournament. But before, it's Rey Mysterio, Cameron Grimes, Sheamus, and LA Knight. So all 3 men in the ring. LA Knight comes out in the ring. He gets a microphone. He reminds about SummerSlam coming up. He wants to be the one that takes the U.S. title away from Austin Theory. Then he's just going to take everyone out because this is LA Knight's game. So we go to that match now. We get all 4 men brawling to get the match started. Then Cameron Grimes says Rey Mysterio out of the ring, and Sheamus batters LA Knight. Knight avoids a back suplex, clothesline Sheamus out of the ring. Knight drives Grimes with a slingshot shoulder block, tosses him out of the ring, and stands tall as we go to commercial break. We have a comeback from break. Sheamus working over LA Knight as Mysterio and Grimes are messing around on the floor as Knight drops Sheamus with a clothesline. But Sheamus comes back with a body blow and then a Finley roll for a 1 count. Knight drops Sheamus with a back elbow, but Sheamus sends him in their apron and drops him. Grimes rolls him up Sheamus for a 2 count. So, and then Mysterio sends Grimes into LA Knight and knocks him to the floor. So Sheamus and Mysterio square off before they decide to be up the youngsters, Knight and Grimes. Mysterio grabs Grimes while Sheamus grabs Knight, and then they do the 10 beats of the Bodrum. So Mysterio and Sheamus shake hands, and then Mysterio tries to take down, but Sheamus just takes him out. So he scoops him up, but Mysterio gets free only to run into a Total backbreaker as Cameron Grimes jumps Sheamus. Grimes looks to fire up kicks to Mysterio. Sheamus before he hits Knight with Enzuigiri. Then Sheamus pulls off Grimes off a pin and hits him with strikes. Grimes draw kicks Sheamus and then lays him more kicks, some blows, and an Irish curse. Knight gets tossed out as he pulls Sheamus as they brawl on the floor when LA Knight drops Sheamus on the apron. Mysterio goes to the top rope. Cameron Grimes eats a blow from LA, and Mysterio hops down, hits a baseball slide on the Knight. They all get in the corner and do the Tower Doom spot as we go to another commercial break. When we come back from break, Grimes gets a 2 count off for Mysterio. Then he gets right in a legendary position. And then he spills the floor. Mysterio's still in position as he hits Grimes with a Hurricanrana onto Austin Theory. or try to, but Theory avoids it and whines about it. Sheamus climbs the ropes and takes both men out. Then he sends Grimes into the barricade and then sends Ray into one barricade as well. Knight and Sheamus are in the ring. Sheamus hits a dive and clothesline to drop him down. Sheamus hits a power slam to Ray and a white noise to LA for a 2 count. Sheamus tries to go for the bro kick, but Cameron Grimes gets hit with a punch. His Knight avoids a bro kick and catches Sheamus with a powerbomb, goes for the cover, but Mysterio dives on him to break it up. Then we get the bit, everybody gets their stuff in spot, and then LA Knight almost gets the win over Sheamus, but Mysterio broken up at the last second. So Ray gets taken by Grimes for the spinning power slam. LA Knight breaks up that pin. Then he hits a modified 619 to LA Knight and then hit kick to Grimes. Ray climbs on top of Cameron, meets him up there, and Sheamus wanders over and clubs at Grimes and puts him on his shoulders. And then Ray hits a double hurricane to both Grimes and Sheamus, then double 619 to both men. Hits Grimes with the splash, goes for the cover, but Theory pulls off Mysterio, sends him in the ring steps, and then we see another member of LW, Santos Escobar. He brawls with Theory through the crowd. Back in the ring, now he hits the people's elbow to Grimes, and Sheamus comes with a bro kick, and then Grimes hits a cave in to Sheamus. Mysterio to come back in the ring, hits a Frankensteiner on the Grimes to get the win at 18 minutes and 38 seconds. This was a fun opening match. I just won 7 out of 10. And after the match, Escobar and Mysterio Silva in the rings. We're going to break, and by those two will face off this Friday, coming for the shot at the U.S. title. Then after the break, we see Jey Uso walk in the back as he walks past the Angel family and the Creed brothers. And then somewhere else in the backstage area, United States Austin Theory walks with Adam Pearce, and he wants a match with Escobar. So Pearce tries to make it official for the U.S. title, but Theory did not want to defend it, so he just wants a regular one-on-one match. So Pearce makes it official. Then we get a recap of Brock Lesnar attacking Cody Rhodes on Monday Night Raw, making their SummerSlam match official. Then we got our second match of the show. We got Miss Money in the Bank. Io Sky goes with Charlotte Flair. Io and Charlotte log up to get the match started. They hit the corner, and then Flair cartwheels herself out of Andre before we get another lock up, and Charlotte hits a shoulder block, does more gymnastics, and then Sky shows her up by doing them better. Then a low drop kick from Io before she gets tripped by Charlotte. We get a double kick from Io, then some punches before Charlotte hits a kick for the ropes, climbs up for a crossbody, but Io with another low draw kick. Io goes to the apron, hits a top rope draw kick. Flair when it gets a rear waist lock, but Io slingshots her for the ropes, and they trade momentum on the floor with Io hits a hurricane off the apron as we go to break. We come back for break. Flair is messing with Bayley. Then her and Io go back inside the ring. Charlotte misses a knee. Io hits a meteor for a 2 count, then locks at a modified crossface, which Charlotte fights out of before Io hits a dropkick to the knee. Charlotte with chops and a fallaway slam for step over clothesline gets a 2 count. Climbs up to the top, but Bayley hits over distractor, which lets Io to hit a sunset flip powerbomb for a 2 count. Then we get a video from Shotzi Blackheart to stress Bayley, and she runs away from ringside, which distracts Io. Io goes to the top, but Charlotte pulls her down, misses a spear, and eats the corner pad again. Io goes back up to the top, tries to go for over the moonsault, but Charlotte avoids it. Flair goes up for a moonsault overall, but Io gets the knees, her feet up, hits the La Mystica, and then they traded pins for near falls. Io avoids a boot, and then snaps Flair's leg over the top rope before Charlotte avoids the top rope dropkick, locks up Boston Crab, but Io counters with a Hurricane pin for a 2 count, then falls up with a dropkick and some elbows, but Charlotte caught her with a spear for a 2 count. Charlotte tries to go for the figure 8, but Io counters into a small package for a 2 count. Charlotte with a German suplex, tries to hang on, tries to go for another one, but Io counters into a victory roll, then a double stomp to the body. Charlotte comes back with a boot, climbs to the ropes, but Io hits a palm strike, climbs up with her, hits a top rope hurricane, and then they trade covers before Charlotte hits her with the natural selection to score the victory at 14 minutes and 9 seconds. This was okay. I just won 5 out of 10. I know these two have way better matches. Then after the match, we see women's champion Asuka. She German suplex Charlotte and then sliding kick and the longs on an armbar to close that segment. And then backstage, we see Kayla Braxton with Women's World Champion Ripley and the NXT North American Champion Dominic Mysterio. Don't know what the show of a real champion looks like. He's the North American Champion with Trump the United States title, and Ray wins it before Butch shows up and wants a match with Dominic for the title. Dominic bags up, but Shawn Michaels approves the match. Then elsewhere in the backstage area, we see Roman holds his ceremonial lead as Soul Skull and Paulie look on. Then backstage, Damage Control is arguing. Bayley finds her picture of Stab with scissors to her bag, and then Bayley and Io just leave as soon as possible. Their third match of the show, non-title match, United States champion Austin Theory goes one with Santos Escobar. So both men are attacking each other right away as the bell rings. Escobar has a draw using some corner stomps for Theory, but Escobar fights back, but Theory cuts him with a DDT before Escobar hits the 10 punches in the corner, but he couldn't keep Theory down for a pin. Theory gets caught up by the moves of Escobar before he clotheslines him out of the ring, tries to go for a dive, but just poses. As Theory requests a timeout as we go to a commercial break. When we come back from break, Theory hits a backbreaker. They hit to the apron, and Theory wants a suplex, but Escobar blocks and kicks him to the floor. Escobar has a suicide dive, sends Theory into the announce table, gets back in the ring. Escobar with some diving forms, then a hurricanrana. Theory runs into a hurricanrana. Escobar runs into an enziguri. Escobar goes for a crossbody for a 2 count. Tries to go for Phantom Jar, but Theory slips through, hits a chop block, and then gets a 2 count with elbow. He tries to go for a down down, but Escobar avoids it, hits a kick. They go back up to the top rope again, and Theory shoves Escobar down with Escobar hops back up with them. They find the top rope, Super Hurricane, Corner Meteora, and the Phantom Driver for the win at 10 minutes and 44 seconds. I actually really enjoyed this one. I give this one 7 out of 10. And then backstage, we see Bobby Lashley meets NXT champion Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams and wants to talk with them. And then we get a recap of Rich Holland injuring Ellen Prince last week. Yeah. Yeah, Ellen Prince. I'm sorry. I'm so forgot which one was for a second. Anyway, and then main event match of the show for the NXT North American title, Dominic Mysterio defends against Butch. Match starts with a lockup, then Dominic hits a right hand before Butch fights back and goes for the Dominic stomps on for yanking the fingers on Mysterio. Grabs an armbar, but Dominic gets the ropes to break the move, and then snaps Butch over the top rope. So Rhea Ripley hits Dominic a chain, distracts the referee, but here comes Rich Holland to pull the chain away. Butch would have gets a 2 count off release suplex as we go to commercial break. We come after break. Mysterio is in control as we see Kate Wilson wheels Ellen Prince down in a wheelchair, but Butch fires up nails Dominic with kicks in the corner from an elbow drop to the arm. Then Butch with a punt kick, then stomps on the hands, and then Dominic slings Butch in the ropes, goes over 619, but Butch carries for the slingshot German suplex, stomps the hands, and gets a 2 count of a boss kick. Pretty Daily wants an apology for Rich Holland. Then they brawl with the brawl before Wilson abandons Prince in the wheelchair. Prince tries to bang up and runs over with the wheelchair behind. Holland chases him to the back. This allows Rhea Ripley to chop block, and then Dominic throws Butch in the ring post for the win at 7 minutes and 53 seconds. Honestly, I could not get into this match. I just want 4 out of 10. And then after the break, before the final commercial break, we see Jey Uso makes way down the ring, and then Roman makes his way after the break, and he moves his chair to the head table before sitting. He grabs a microphone from Paul Heyman, then provides Orlando Florida the opportunity to acknowledge him. So Jey Uso and Roman sit. Jey still refuses to look at Roman, and Roman asks if Jey still wants to do this. So Jey says he still wants to do this, as he's supposed to do. Roman forces after putting Jimmy Uso in the hospital. Roman says Jey won't get him because Jey doesn't get it. Jey's just a soldier and a pawn. Roman pulls over the contract and then gets a pen from Heyman. Jey pulls out the contract and rips it in half. Since they don't need a contract, their contract is in blood, and this is tribal combat. Roman asks if the elders know about this. Jey tells him it was their idea, so anything goes in tribal combat, and Jey runs out all the things he can do to Roman and tells the crowd to shut up as they support Jey. Then he tells Jey to shut up as well. The tribal chief's talking, and he's been running this business for almost a decade. Then he puts his Undisputed Universe title on the table and says it doesn't mean anything to him. Jey says tribal combat again, and Roman takes out his ceremony and puts that on the line too, which Roman thinks about first before he ultimately doesn't. So they offer hands, then they go forehead to forehead from him, basically making that official. Roman about to leave, and then Soul Squad flips the table, tries to hit Jey with the small spike, but Roman stops him, leading to Jey, lay out Solo with a super kick, as we'll look sharp for leaving to close up this week's SmackDown. Honestly, I actually didn't mind this episode. I just want a overall score of 6 out of 10. Only match I recommend checking out will probably be the only matches, I should say. So it would be Escobar for Theory. And I say the Fatal 4 would probably be second best. The SummerSlam card made so far, only 4 matches. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Seth Rollins defends the World title against Finn Balor. Asuka defends the women's title against Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair, and then the tribal combat match for the Undisputed Universe title and the recognition of the tribal chief. Roman Reigns defends both of those against Jey Uso. So that's SummerSlam on August 5th, but that is SmackDown. And then we'll hop over to AEW Rampage. We'll be kicking off with the second annual Royal Rampage match, 20 men. Last year's was Brody King. So this year, instead of getting shot at the 8 World title, you get shot at the TNT title at All Out. And it's 10 men in 2 rings. So basically, all the odd numbers, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19 all be in the red ring, ring number 1 with the red ropes, and the blue ring with the blue ropes, basically all the even numbers, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So Darby Allin Jay, so the first 4 that entered this year's, before I forget, the competitors are Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, Big Bill, Toy Leona, Swerve Strickland, Khan, Brian Cage, Matt Menard, Jake Hager, Angel Parker, Ethan Page, Matt Sydal, Isaiah Cassie, Matt Hardy, Darby Allin, Nick Wayne, Minoru Suzuki, The Butcher, The Blade, and Commander are the 20 men in this year's. So Darby Allin and Jay Lethal start in ring number 1. Swerve Strickland and Nick Wayne fight in the second ring. So Darby Allin entered number 1, Strickland was number 2, Lethal was number 3, and Wayne was number 4. And then number 5 was Minoru Suzuki. He enters the first ring with Lethal and Darby. Lethal talks Suzuki into double on Darby. The number 6 is 1/3 of the Ring of Honor 6-man tag champs, Brian Cage. He goes in the ring number 2. He works over Wayne and hugs Strickland. Meanwhile, Lethal and Suzuki's alliance fell apart before Ethan Page enters a number 7, and he goes right after Lethal before train blows with Suzuki. Commander comes in number 8. He goes to the second and jumps off the shoulders of Brian Cage and a DT swerve on the way down. As Commander's working over Cage, we found out the Butcher is number 9, and he gets in the first ring clotheslines Page. Big Bill is number 10. He attacks Wayne and Commander before Bill puts Wayne down with a big boot and hits a black hole slam on Commander. In the first ring, Ethan Page eliminates Jay Lethal. Then he grabs the hand of Page, so Suzuki helps him eliminate Ethan Page. And then moments later, we see Butcher counters the Gastalo Power Driver and eliminates him for the match. And then number 11 is the Butcher's tag partner, The Blade. He enters and helps double team Darby at ringside as we go to pitcher and pitcher break. When we come back, our 12th entrant is Isaiah Cassidy. Hits a springboard crossbody on Strickland before Toya Leona enters at number 13 as Darby Allin was getting his ass kicked by the Butcher and the Blade. Leona grabs Darby's arms, and then the Butcher grabs his feet as they swamp into the corner of the ring. Matt Sydal comes in number 14, and him and Isaiah Cassidy hit Swerve with the gin and juice before Khan enters at number 15 and goes after the Butcher and the Blade. And then ring number 2, Big Bill and Brian Cage hit Isaiah with the powerbomb clothesline combination before eliminating him. And then in ring number 1, Gates and Aggie are pulling the Butcher and the Blade from the apron to eliminate them. Matt Hardy comes at number 16. He goes after Swerve before he falls with a neck breaker on Cage and hits Bill with the DDT. Number 17 is Matt Menard. He didn't even get it. He was cautious to enter the first ring with Gates and Aggie had Darby down. And then in the second ring, Cage eliminates Sydal. So once Menard enters the ring, he's going after Gates and Agony, but he turns around and puts the boots to Darby. Number 18 is Jeff Jarrett. He goes into Matt Hardy. Number 19 is Angel Parker. He went after Gates Agony, but was quickly cut off. So Angel Parker was the last entrant in ring number 1. And the 20th and final entrant was Jake Hager. He took a shot. He gave Jericho a look before heading to the ring as we go to another pitcher in pitcher. So during the break, Hager took a suplex from Cage, and then Bill shoves Hager against the ropes, and then Commander help shoves Jake Hager over the top rope to eliminate him before Commander was eliminated by Big Bill. Then after the break, Strickland, Cage, Bill, and Hager set for a move on the Darby in the first ring, but he slips away. Gates and Agony and JS start fighting near the ropes, and Darby crashes into them, but none of them were eliminated before Gates and Agony eliminate Parker and Menard from the match. In the second ring, Matt Hardy eliminates Jeff Jarrett. Cage and Strickland hit a double team on Hardy, and then Bill eliminates him by clothesline over the top rope. Bill tried to chokeslam Wayne, but Wayne stays on the apron, Swerve runs over and pushes Bill over the top rope to eliminate him. Wayne climbs over the top rope to the first ring, hits a split leg dropkick on Gates Agony, then falls up with the Wayne's World on Khan before Darby and Nick close on Khan over the top rope to eliminate him. So Wayne went back to the second ring, where he was backdropped on the apron by Cage, and he went for a close on buddy top tumble over the top of the apron where Wayne ducks it. Swerve went for a big boot, but he ducks and Cage got caught. Wayne tried to shove Swerve and Cage to the floor, but Strickland hangs on while Cage was eliminated. Strickland caught Wayne leaving for the ropes and dumps him face first on the turnbuckle, so he lands on the apron, wrenches his arm over the top rope, and that's how Nick Wayne got eliminated. Leona charges at Darby, but ducks and holds the top rope down, causing Leona to go over the top rope to be eliminated. So our final 2 are Darby and Swerve Strickland. Alan, it's down switch enters the first ring. and hits a kick to the back at Darby's head. So he jaws him, runs the ropes, but Darby sends him over the top rope, but Strickland skins the cap. He tries to pry his fingers from the ropes, and then Prince Nana enters the ring, hits Darby with a skateboard. So Darby went after Nana, but Strickland returns to the ring, attacks Darby from behind. Nana, Nana sets the skateboard to the wheels are facing upward, and then Darby gets powerbomb on them. And then Strickland tried to toss Darby over the top rope, but Strickland went for up top and drops toward Darby, but he puts the boots up and then trying to go for a brainbuster, but Darby slips away and wrenches Strickland's neck over the top rope. Darby wrenches the ropes, hits a suicide tie, and that drove Strickland off the apron, caused both men to crash to the floor ringside. So the bell rings and they play Darby's music. So Darby gets the victory. Yeah. 28 minutes and 33 seconds. I actually found this one pretty fun. I just won 6 out of 10. And they showed a replay saying that Swerve hit his feet touched the ground first before Darby landed on the floor. So that's how Darby won the match. Their second match of the show, Trios Action, QTV, Aaron Solo, QT Marshall, and Johnny TV versus Anthony Bones, Max Caster, The Acclaim, and Billy Gunn. Nothing much really happened during the before the break, so I'm just gonna go from after the break on. So after the break, QTV took out The Acclaim on the floor. Johnny TV hits a springboard kick on the Billy Gunn before he gets laid over the diamond cutter from QT. Aaron Solo hits a top rope double stomp on the Billy for a 2 count. They try to go for this Sesame Timbers, but The Acclaim breaks that up and Gunn cuts over, leaving for the ropes, gives a covert clutch slam before Bowens hits the rival and Caster hits the mic drop for the win at 8 minutes and 48 seconds. Honestly, I just want 3 out of 10. I didn't really care for this match. Then after the match, Max Caster takes the microphone. They said they will rise to the top of the Trios division after Collision on Saturday. Then we go to our main event, TBS title. Chris Statlander, the champion, event against Maria Shafir. Shafir took offensive control and hits a side suplex for a 1 count. Then pressed her barefoot into the face of Statlander, but Statlander took a series of kicks, fires up, and caught the leg of Shafir from back with punches. Statlander powers up Shafir in the electric chair position, draws her face first to the mat, and then powers up, hits a suplex for a 2 count. She tried to go for Friday Night Fever, but Shafir slips out and locks that figure 4 leg lock, but Statlander kicks her away, then avoids a big kick, puts her down with a distance layer, and then hits the Friday Night Fever for the win at 5 minutes and 2 seconds. I just want 4 out of 10. Honestly, overall Rampage, it was just there. Honestly, I could just want a 4 out of 10 overall score. Honestly, the only match I recommend checking is the Royal Rampage match. That's the only one I recommend checking out. But yeah, that was AEW Rampage. And now we will kick it over to the Saturday, July 22nd shows. So we will kick it off with All Japan Pro Wrestling Summer Action Series Night 3. So we can go Asaki Oyage versus Yuma Entai, ends in a 15-minute time limit draw. Tag team match, Shuji Ishikawa and Ren Abe defeating Hikaru Sato and Angelique Blanc via Fire Thunder Driver, 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Tag team match, Evolutions, Sawama and Dan Tomer defeat Yuji Nagata and Ryuki Honda via Last Ride on Honda, 12 minutes and 56 seconds. For the All Japan Pro Wrestling TV 6-man tag team titles, the champions ATM, Takao Omori and Black Mentorete defeat All Asian tag team Yoshitatsu, Lothar and Almighty Anyway via Diving Body Press, 13 minutes and 33 seconds. 6-man tag team match, we had World Tag Team Champion Kento Miyahara, Rising High to Right Anyway, defeat representing Glee, Junior World Champion El Lindemann and Somo Watanabe, hosting with New Japan's Satoshi Kojima via shutdown on Watanabe, 15 minutes and 4 seconds. And the main event for the Triple Crown Heavyweight title, the champion in 1/2 of the World Tag Champs, Yuma Oyage, defeating Hokuto Amore via the full 20 minutes and 4 seconds. So that's All Japan Pro Wrestling. And we go to King of Gates. Night 8, this is from Dragon Gate. This is our first 2 qualifier matches of the show. So 8-man tag team with Gold Class Open the Triangle Gate champions Kota Minoru and Meteor, along with Ben K and BB Hulk, defeating Yuki Yoshioka, Ryu Fuji, Kaito Nagano, and Raya Tanaka via Spear, 10 minutes and 41 seconds. 6-man tag team with M3 Gate, Open the 20 Gate champion Yasushi Kanda, Misaki Mochizuki Jr., defeating Jinki Horiguchi, Kangoma Ishikawa, and Shahiko Boy via Diamond Elbow Drop, 3 minutes and 58 seconds. And tag team match with Natural Flies' Kazi in UT defeating Don Fuji and Pound Dragon via Gora 5 minutes and 4 seconds. 6-man tag team actually with Kung Fu Masters, Jackie Fun Kamei, Jason Lee, and Ho Loon defeating Open the Triangle Gate champion Hiroki Doi, Punch Tamanaga, and Dragon Kid via Jackie Knife 8 minutes and 7 seconds. An 8-man tag with Yamato, Dragon Diet, Takashi Yoshida, and Ita defeat Sea Brats' Open the Brave Gate champion Ijin, Hayo, Kai, and Shun Skywalker at 11 minutes. Then our first of 2 quarterfinal matches of the show, Big Boss Shimushi defeat Open the 20 Gate champion Shimushi Mushuki via shot put slam, 13 minutes and 54 seconds. And the main event and a non-title match, Open the Dream Gate champion Madoka Kitayuta defeated Shuji Kondo via Royal Lariat, 20 minutes and 43 seconds. So he will face Big Boss Shimushu in the semifinals. And I'll talk about our third semifinal match when we get to the Sunday portion, but that is Dragon Gate. And then we go to Big Japan Pro Wrestling's Shopping Street Event Night 2. So we can go with Tristan Archer defeating Kota Saki Fuda, 8 minutes and 29 seconds. Tag team match in Daiji Hashimoto and Yasufumi Nakayomi defeating Yokohama Shopping Street 6-man tag champion and deathmatch heavyweight champion Yuki Ishikawa and Masa Mahiro, 13 minutes and 20 seconds. Tag team match with Yokohama Shopping Street 6-man tag champion Hideyoshi Kamatani and Ryu Ito defeating Daimoji So and Kazuki Hashimoto, 14 minutes and 36 seconds. In the main event, it was a battle royal, which was won by the Yokohama Shopping Street 6-man tag team and deathmatch heavyweight champion Yuki Ishikawa at 12 minutes and 50 seconds. That was Big Japan. And the other Big Japan show we had on the same day was a Sato Summer Festival show. So only 3 matches on this show. We had Yokohama Shopping Street 6-man tag team Kazuchi Kitayuta defeating Kazumasa Yoshida via buzzsaw kick, 9 minutes and 29 seconds. Tag team match, we had World Strong Heavyweight Champion Yuki Oge and one half of the Big Japan tag teams Dakota Nomura, First Abdullah, Kabashi, and Jack Kenny, and the double count in minute 29. So we had a rematch where the champions defeating Kabashi and Jack Kenny via missile draw kick, 12 minutes and 31 seconds. So that was our second Big Japan show on Saturday. And then we go to Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling's Tokyo Princess Cup Night 4. So we kick it off with Yuki Ino defeating Toga via Full Nelson of Fire, Love and Fire, 5 minutes and 53 seconds. In tag team match, Raiku and Palm Harajuku defeating Suzume and Rei Okaboy via Palm to Justice, 8 minutes and 52 seconds. Non-title triple threat match, Princess and Princess Champ Masugi defeating Harina Nico and Shino Suzuki via facelock, 6 minutes and 53 seconds. In tag team match, we had Hyper Masawa and Kaya Torabami defeating Nayo Kitayuta, Kuyuta, and Haru Kasusawa via I Am a Hero, 10 minutes and 16 seconds. 8-woman tag team match with Mayo Yamashita, Shoho Nakajima, Yuki Kamafuku, and Waka Yurihiro defeating International Princess Champion Raka Tatsuzumi, Mayo Watanabe, Moka Miyamoto, and Hamori via Norlight Suplex, 13 minutes and 44 seconds. So, and then this is our first of 2 final first-round matches of the 2023 Tokyo Princess Cup. Azari Endo defeating Maharu Koryoko via Camel Clutch, 9 minutes and 56 seconds. In the final first-round match, Yuki Arai defeating Hikari Noah via finally 11 minutes and 43 seconds. So the quarterfinals are on July 29th. So these are the quarterfinals. Mayu Yamashita versus Moka Miyamoto, International Princess Champ Rika Tatsuzumi versus Shoko Nakajima, Yuki Kamafuku versus Mayo Watanabe, and Azari Endo versus Yuki Arai. So that was Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. And then we go to DDT had a 1 match at the Handmade Japan Festival. It was a Fatal 4 Falls Count Anywhere match. Harashima defeating Mo, Hideki Okatani, and Kasumi Sumi, 26 minutes and 48 seconds. So that was DDT. And then we'll go to Black Label Pro. We had 2 shows on this day. There we go. So we'll do the first show. We'll do the afternoon show. This was Unplugged. They had an afternoon evening show. So Unplugged was the afternoon one. And the Wrestling was the evening show. So Unplugged, we had Twist and Flip, Darren Fly, and Nate Cobain. Defeat members only Calvin G. Lewis and Malcolm Cambridge, 5 minutes and 56 seconds. Chase Holly defeat Angel Carr, 6 minutes and 42 seconds. In a fatal six-way match, Gaston LaRue defeat Anakin Murphy, Garyuta Gavardi Bresnias. I do apologize if I butchered that name. Percy Drews and Victor Analog, 7 minutes and 48 seconds. Trick Davis defeated Xavier Sky at 10.5 minutes. Kevin Koo defeated TJ Crawford, 9 minutes and 28 seconds. 6-man tag team match, we had Dex Royal and Highlight Reel, Damien and Damon Real, defeating Country Air, Dog Simmons, and Zach Hendricks, dealing with Enzo Orlandi, 10 minutes and 24 seconds. Guerrero defeating Ash Bennett, 9 minutes and 29 seconds. Hayden Backlund defeating Rico Gonzalez, 9 minutes and 56 seconds. Dana Dad defeats CPA in 9 minutes and 40 seconds. In the main for the afternoon show for the Black Label Pro Tag Team titles, the Bang Bros, August Matthews and David Bang retains over Latinos Most Wanted, Coda Hernandez and Saban Gage, 17 minutes and 31 seconds. And then we'll do the other Black Label Pro show, the evening show. This is National Sun Plumes Wrestling Vacation 2. Opening match, Dominic Gennaro defeating Mad Dog Conley, 9 minutes and 14 seconds. In a Fatal 4 match, Brogan Finley defeat Crash Jackson, Trey Lamar, and Finney Pacifico, 7 minutes and 59 seconds. Billy Starks defeating Cy Brookside, 9 minutes and 19 seconds. Mayu J. Lee defeating Pope, 7 minutes and 29 seconds. Darius Latoral and Trevor Outlaw defeating Matt Branding and The Warlow, 9 minutes and 34 seconds. Rachel Armstrong defeating Shawza McKenzie, 6 minutes and 28 seconds. Tom Lawler defeating Kamara Jackson, 14 minutes and 39 seconds. Leva Everett defeating Sawyer Wreck, 8 minutes and 25 seconds. For the Midwest Title Challenger, Calvin Tankman defeating the champion Joshua Bishop, 10 minutes and 53 seconds. And the main event for the Black Label Pro Heavyweight Title, champion Colorado retains Aramis, 16 minutes and 58 seconds. And now we will go to AEW Collision. So we kick it off with a promo from the acclaimed Billy Gunn, Darius Martin, and Ashton in Bull Club Gold. Then we see Ricky Starks, who won the Owen Hart Cup last week, drives his car up to the building, and he pulls out the championship belt, and he's got Samurai Style. And then we go to Ian Riccaboni and Nigel Gales on commentary, as Tony Schiavone stands in the ring and introduces Ricky Starks. And then we see off footage of last week how Starks beat CM Punk in the tournament and then basically blew off Jushin Thunder Liger afterwards. So Ricky Starks stands in the middle rope, a bunch of power shooters up on the stage. And then Tony brings up that Ricky hold the ropes while he pinned Punk as a You Deserve a chant broke out. Starks says he never grew more than the city he did now. Then he assumed people were wondering what was in that bag that he brought to the ring with him. He says nothing at it. He just wants to show off his Lewis bet, which I got a laugh out of that. Before he said the way he won would matter years from now anyway. He said he did things the way he always does it, by winning via any means necessary. And then before Schiavone asked him about disrespect Jushin Thunder Liger, he said no disrespect and says people should be one of the company's 4 pillars. He asked how many Owens the pillars won before CM Punk walks out, and then he gets inside the ring. He told Starks he's almost proud of him. He said that the New Jersey people couldn't say that they never cheated anything in their life before he mocked the New Jersey Devils hockey team by saying they might not have got past the first round how they cheated. And then Punk said he's not mad at him, but I can't live with the L. But think about it, you can live with the win. No, you didn't. Knowing deep down that you can't beat CM Punk without cheating, as he pats Starks on the arm and left the ring. So Ricky calls him to stop and tells the bag is empty, as that little red bag has Punk been carrying around. So Punk returns to the ring and he went face to face with them. Before he asked him, he one shot, well, it's in the bag, or he gonna be like Little Max, and you don't want me to have it, as he is the world champion. Before TNT champion Luchasaurus and Christian Cage make their way down the rings and call from the stage, Christian says that they were contractually obligated to appear for the live crowd, but he's too good to him for his liking. He said he didn't want to spend any more time in New Jersey than he had to. Then he asked Punk what kind of man cares about tell about that he didn't win. Irony, before he declared that him and Luchasaurus were the face of TNT forever. So Darby Allin walks behind Christian, takes a microphone for him to the ring. Darby told Starks he hates the pillar description and says that anyone who is riled out at the company is a pillar in his eyes, like his good friend CM Punk. While he's putting his arm around Punk as he was laughing. Darby told Christian Cage and Luchasaurus to become the new face of TNT before he says Luchasaurus speak out took too many physicals and thinks he's a dinosaur. Darby calls for a tag match with him and Punk against Starks in either Cage or Luchasaurus. Schiavone says Tony Khan just made that match. It would be Punk and Darby versus Starks and Christian. So we got our main match up for later in the show. And he recognized Nigel McGuinness spoke at ringside. They set footage of Andrade El Idolo arriving at the building before being told by security that they didn't want him in the building after he did last week. He tried to blow them up, but security guard was basically just push him out of the building. And then we go to opening match, tag team match, and Bullet Club Gold's Jay White and Juice Robinson versus Darius Martin and Nash Andrade. To Bullet Club were in control before I handle a pitcher break. When we come back from break, Andrade puts White down with insecurity, goes to the rest, but Juice cuts him off and ties him up in trio low. So Juice takes himself and hits Andrade with a cannonball. Jay White takes it and holds up Andrade as Juice hits him with the left hand of God. Hit a couple more moves before Jay White hits the Blade Runner for the win at 10 minutes and 20 seconds. Fun little opening tag match. I just won 5 out of 10. After match, the guys into the ring took some cheat shots and Andrade Martin to close out that segment. And then we go to highlights of Will Nygaard defeating Ruby Soho to win the 2023 Women's Owen Hart Cup tournament last week, and then losing to Athena in the Ring of Honor Women's Title match at the main event of Death Florida's Honor. And then we go to our second match. Miro goes on with Nick Comoroto. So Comoroto attacks Miro, and then once they got inside the ring, Comoroto tried to go for a cover early, but Miro kicks out one. Miro avoids a corner splash, suplexes Comoroto, falls with a big pit kick, fires out, and locks in the game over for the quick submission win. And a minute and a half. It was quick. I give this one 4 out of 10, but it's good to see Miro on TV like usual. And then we go to a video package calling FTR's time at AEW. And then before Ian Rick Gabani reminds viewers that FTR will be on the show later. And then we go to our third match of the show for the Trios titles. House of Black, Malachi Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews defends against The Acclaim and Billy Gunn. So Buddy Matthews and Matt Caster started the match with Malachi Black, Brody King beat up Billy Gunn and Anthony Bowens at ringside. Matt Caster was trying to make a joke about Rhea Ripley and Dominic Stewart before, but he didn't even get a chance to finish as Buddy Matthews just nails him with a knee. So House of Black works over Caster before he makes to the apron. And he nearly tags up, but Brody King pulls his bones off the apron, and Billy Gunn runs Brody into the barricade, climbs on apron wall. Caster drags over, makes the hot tag, and he works over Malachi and Buddy for a moment, but King cuts him over the clothesline, and he falls out with the Black Mass to retain the Trios titles at 4 minutes and 31 seconds. This was a fun little trio. I kind of like the Revolution match a little better. I just won 5 out of 10. And then after the match, Malachi whispers something to Billy for exiting the ring, and then Billy Gunn unties his boots as The Acclaim watched on, and it's the fan shit. You still got him. He still left his boots in the middle of the ring. The Acclaim tried talking, but he blew past him, hit to the stage as the crowd starts saying, "Sister Me Daddy." Anthony Bowens enters the ring, grabs the boots as the broadcast teams wonder if this is the last we've seen Billy Gunn in AEW. If it is, thank you, Billy Gunn, for everything. And then we get a package highlight video of recapping Darby won the second ever World Rampage match. And Schiavone's back inside the ring. He introduced the AEW World Tag Champs FTR, who make their way down the ring. So Schiavone praises their win last week in that 2 out of 3 Falls match, and then also put their titles on the line next week against the winners of the AEW World Tag Title Tournament, AEW World Champion MJF and Adam Cole. Catch Wheeler says Aussie Open, The Acclaim, and the Young Bucks as real tag teams, as they have unfinished business with. Wheeler knows the fans seem to enjoy MJF and Cole right now. Wheeler told Cole that he shouldn't trust MJF. That he recalls being part of the Pinnacle with them before speaking about the devil convincing people that he doesn't exit. And he says he'll do it again. Then he warns Cole to listen to what MJF says. Listen to him, do not trust him, as Cash said so. And then Dax Howard recalls his father telling him back in the day he had to get a job. Dax says other school kids picked on him because he had to get a job. So Howard will say he wanted to punch those kids and never got a chance to do so, but reminds him of what's happening now. Then he says MJF and Cole act like the tag titles are a joke. And then he points to the comedy skits before we get a chance of double clothesline. Dax manages to dance routine. He spoke about the injuries he suffers that he did to make FTR the greatest team in pro wrestling. Hardwood says there won't be any dance breaks or comedy when we face MJF and Uncle next week. And Fausto gives the ass kicking he wanted to get school kids. The close of that statement. Really great promo from FTR. Hype up the AEW World Tag Team title match for next week's Collision. And then we get a field package of the Blood and Guts match from Dynamite before we go to our semi-final match of the show. Tile Valkyrie goes with Sky Blue. So Taya pats Sky on the head and it hits. And it pushes her down, sorry. And then they try to do this weird looking spot with a Dre Shore block, but they just stop. But they recovered. Taya knocks Blue off the apron, falls to the ringside, hits a spear. Taya rolls Blue back inside the ring and then puts it over to Blue Thunderbomb for a 2 count as we get a pitch break. During that break, Blue hit a crossbody off the top rope for a 2 count. Tries to go for Sky fall, but Taya escapes and then Blue runs throws. Taya falls and plants from the middle rope and hits a sliding German suplex. Taya puts it over to clothesline, ties her up from behind, and stomps her to the mat for the win at 8 minutes and 53 seconds. This was a fun little match. I just went 6 out of 10. And then after match, Taya gets the microphone and tells the New Jersey fans they are worse than she thought. She said she was kidding, but not really. She said things haven't gone her way lately. She beat one of the home ground sweethearts before she mocks Britt Baker for being an extra on Dynamite, then challenges to a match, and then she tells her to come play with her. Then we get a video package recapping AR Fox defeating Shane Taylor on the Death Before Dishonor pre-show. Then Ian Riccaboni hypes up AR Fox challenging Orange Cassidy for the international title. And I'll talk about the other matches after this review for both Dynamite and Collision. And then we go to our main event. Tag team matches CM Punk and Darby Allin versus Ricky Starks and Christian Cage. So Starks and Christian did not want to start the match against CM Punk. So Starks runs and starts the match. So Punk puts him down and then he takes out the Christian. So Punk tosses Christian from the apron inside the ring and then runs him in turnbuckles twice. Then punches him inside the corner. So him and Darby Allin work the left arm of Christian while they are making quick tags. Punk pulls Christian down with a leg lariat, then looks at Starks. He crawls to his corner tag out, but Starks puts his hands up as Punk tries to hit Christian with the GTS, but he slips out until Punk down. So Starks tags and joins Cage and going after Punk. They shove Punk into the ropes and Cage drops out, but Punk held onto the ropes and got the better of both men. Punk and Darby clears both men from the ring as Punk dove on them. Darby went on top and hit them with a coffin drop at ringside. And after the break, we see Ricky starts doing his rope walk before dropping him Punk. And then we see Scorpio Sky watching the match from a luxury box as Punk makes a hot take to Darby. And he hits Christian with a stunner. Cole right on Starks. Got a 2 count. Falls with a tope suicide on Starks. Tried to go for the same on Luchasaurus, but he didn't budge. So Christian runs Darby into the bottom of the broadcast table. Then back inside the ring, Starks turns Darby inside with a clothesline for a 2 count as we got another picture-in-picture break. We come back from the second break. Darby was isolated, makes the corner for a tag, but Starks pulls Punk off the apron. So he went after him, and there wasn't there when Darby tried to tag him. So Christian slaps Punk and throws him in the ring. Darby escapes Starks and makes the tag to Punk. He slams and draw kicks both Cage and Starks. He did a cartwheel that hits high knees in the opposite corner of both men, hits a bulldog clothesline combination. Then he puts Christian with a hammerlock clothesline for a 2 count. Goes to the top, hits a cross body, but Cage rolls through and got a 2 count of his own. He goes on top, but he got cut off by a punch from Punk. So he bad draws him from the middle row, went on top and hits an elbow drop for a 2 count. Ricky tags and avoids GTS. Both men trade elbow strikes before Punk drops him with a kick to the head. Darby tags in while Starks wasn't able to take out because Christian was down. Darby went for a springboard move, but Starks hit the move in mid-air. Then he spears Darby and hits him with a rampage show for a 2.5 count. Darby hits a reverse DT from the ropes. Goes for the cover, but Christian broke up the pin. So Punk takes out Cage with the go to sleep on the outside. And in the ropes, Luchasaurus low blows Darby. Starks pulls Darby from the ropes, but Darby rolls into a pin. But Ricky escapes and rolls up Darby, holds the ropes for the victory at 25 minutes and 2 seconds. This was an okay main event. I give this one 6 out of 10. And we get the over the top celebration to close out this week's Collision. Overall, not a bad episode. I guess overall score I just went 6 out of 10. So the Dynamite card was AR Fox will challenge Orange Cassidy for the international title. Darby Allin versus Swerve Strickland. Britt Baker versus Tyler Valkyrie. Pac versus Gravity. Triple threat tag team match with Best Friends Trip Brad Chuck Taylor versus the Lucha Bros, Pentagon Jr., Ray Phoenix, and the Blackpool Combat Club's Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley. And then the match is made for next week's Collision. FTR defensive world titles Better Than You, Baby. A ladder match for the mask of Andrade El Idolo. 1/3 of the Trios champions buddy match for Andrade El Idolo. And we got a Trios action. We had Bull Cup Goats, Austin Colin Gunn, and Juice Robinson versus El Hijo de Vikingo, Action Andrade, and Darius Martin. Only 3 matches made for next Collision. But that is the Collision review. Honestly, only matches I say recommend checking will really just the main event and Tyler Valkyrie and Sky Blue, the really last 2 matches. But that is AW Collision. And then to close out this week, we will go to the Sunday, July 23rd shows. So we will kick it off with G1 Climax Night 6. So this is the C and D block show today. So opening match, champion versus champ D block action. Television champion Zack Sabre Jr. defeating strong openweight tag champ Alex Coughlin, 11 minutes and 13 seconds via armbar. And C block, Tama Tonga defeating Mikey Nichols, 9 minutes and 10 seconds via gun stun. Back to D block, IWGP tag champ Hiroki Goto defeating Shane Hayes, 2 minutes and 29 seconds via Goto Shiki. And C block, strong openweight champion Eddie Kingston defeat Hinare via backfist to the future at 10 minutes and 32 seconds. And D block, Tetsuya defeat Toriano 7 minutes and 44 seconds via victory roll. And then at C block, Shingo Takagi defeating never openweight 6-man tag champ Tomohiro Ishii 18 minutes and 10 seconds via popping bomber. Semi-main event, this is from D block, Jeff Cobb defeating never openweight 6-man tag champ Hiroshi Tanahashi 10.5 minutes via Tour of the Islands. And the main event from C block, this is the Battle of Bullet Club members, never openweight champion David Finlay defeating Evil 16 minutes and 12 seconds via Into the Oblivion. And then the standings for C and D block after night 6. So in C block, in first place, Dave Finlay, never openweight champion Dave Finlay, 6 points, 3 wins, 0 losses. Second place with 4 points with Evil Tama Tonga, Shingo Takagi, and strong openweight champion Eddie Kingston with 4 points, 2 wins, 1 loss. And third place, Mikey Nichols and Hinare and Shingo Takagi have 2 points, 1 win, 2 losses. And in last place, never openweight 6-man tag champ Tomohiro Ishii have 0 points, 0 wins, 3 losses. And for D block, first place, television champ Zack Sabre Jr. and Jeff Cobb tied with 6 points, 3 wins, 0 losses. Second place, Tetsuya IWGP tag champ Hiroki Goto, tied with 4 points, 2 wins, 1 loss. And third place, never openweight 6-man tag champ Hiroshi Tanahashi, Shane Hayes, tied with 2 points, 1 win, 2 losses. And in last place, strong openweight tag champ Alex Coughlin and Toru Yano have 0 points, 0 wins, 3 losses. So that is New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1. And we will go to Stardom kicking off their 5-star Grand Prix tournament. So the pre-show match, we had a 5-6-woman tag team gala match. So the 5 trio teams were Stars, Koguma, Saida, Momo Kongo. 2/3 of the R-Star champions Don Demondo's Mai Sakura title team with Mai Sarah. Queen Quest's lead, Hina and Mayu Amasaki. Oyatai's Ruka, Future Star Champ Rita, and Fukuin Def. In the team of High Speed Champ Saki Kashima, Hanago, and Miss Mori. To the winners of that pre-show gala match was the R-Star Chase Don Demondo and Mai Sarah, where they last eliminate the team of Hanago, Kashima, and Yuya Mizumori. So in the rest of these shows, it was all blue and red star block action. So opening match, first Blue Stars match, Maika defeating Hiden, 3 minutes 56 via Michinoku Driver 2. Another Blue Stars match, God Star Chip Mirai May defeat Asumi, 6 minutes of the line sides via Tombstone Pile Driver. Red Stars match, Natsuhiko Tora defeat Inventory, 4 minutes 46 Swanton Bomb. Another Red Stars match, Natsupoi defeating New Blood Tag Champ Starlight Kid, 7 minutes and 23 seconds via Fairy Magic. Back to Blue Stars, Utami Hayashisa defeating God Star Champ Miya Shirakawa, 12 minutes and 46 via Shocking Blazer. Another Blue Stars match, non-title, Momo Watanabe defeat Wonder Star and Champion Mirai, 9 minutes and 56 via Peach Thunder. Red Stars, Siri defeating Suzuki, 11 minutes 2 seconds. Another Red Stars match, non-title. IWGP Women's Champion Mayo Itani defeating Hasuki, 13 minutes and 2 seconds via Dragon Suplex. Back to Blue Stars, Other Star Champion and New Japan Strong Women's Champion Julie for Sari Inu, and to the 15-minute time of a draw, so both ladies will get 1 point. In the main event, the final block action is from Red Stars. World Star Champion Tam Nakao defeats Sam Kawatani 8 minutes and 15 seconds via referee stoppage. It looked like Sam Kawatani did get injured, but hopefully it's not too serious. It's just missed the tournament, so hopefully she makes speedy recovery. So standings from Red Stars. So in first place with 2 points, Natsuhiko Tora, Natsupoi, Suri, IWGP Women's Champion Mayotani, and World Star Champion Tam Nakano have 2 points, 1 win, 0 losses. And in last place, Ami Sourei, Hasuki, New Blood Tag Champ Starlight Kid, Suzu Suzuki, and Sada Kamatani have 0 points, 0 wins, 1 loss. Then on Blue Stars, Utami in first place, Utami Hayashista, God Star Champion Mirai May, and Momo Watanabe and Maika have 2 points, 1 win, 0 losses. Second place with 1 point, Our Star Champion and New Japan Strong Women's Champion Julia and Sori Inu have 1 point, 0 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw. And in last place with 0 points, Hiden, God Star Champion Miya Shirakawa, Asumi, and Wonder Star Champion Mirai have 0 points, 0 wins, 1 loss. So that was Stardom. And we'll go to Big Japan Pro Wrestling. They had 3 shows on the same day. This was an outdoor park in Tokyo, Japan. So we'll kick it up. So they had 3 shows, 2 in the evening, 1 in the afternoon. So we'll start with the afternoon show. So Yokohama Shopping Street 6-man tag champ and death match. Yokohama Shopping Street 6-man tag champs death match with champion Yuki Ishikawa and Kasumi Kitayuta defeat Raiju Ito and Kazuki Hashimoto 10 minutes and 8 seconds for Lariat's Effect. Tag match with World Strong Heavyweight Champion Yua Oyoge and Masaki Maohiro defeating Tatsuhiko Yoshino and Kota Sugifuda via swing and DT at 11 minutes and 26 seconds. Third match, Tristan Archer defeating Kashimasa Yoshida, 10 minutes and 3 seconds for Kota Ip. In tag team match, we had Dula Kobashi and Jack Kenny, first Damachi Show and Yosumi Naganoi, ends in a double counter at minute 45. So we had a rematch, so Damachi Show and Yasufumi defeating Kobashi and Kennedy, 13 minutes and 27 seconds with Black Rain on Jack Kennedy. Then we go to the second part of the show. This is the first of 2 evening shows. So this is evening show part 1. Yosumi Nakahiyori defeating Katsuhiko Hashimoto, 7 minutes and 20 seconds via Lariat. Raiju Ito and Koja Sakifuda defeating Yokohama Shopping Street 6-man tag champ Kasumi Kitayuta and Tatsuhiko Nashito, 13 minutes and 19 seconds via Iron Man. Demanchi Soul defeating Kachima Yoshida via Black Rain, 10 minutes and 5 seconds. World Strong Heavyweight Champion Yua Oyaki and Yokohama Shopping Street 6-man tag team and deathmatch heavyweight champion Yuki Ishikawa versus Abdullah Kabashi and Jack Kennedy ends at a double count on minute 36. So the rematch of the champions defeating Kabashi and Kennedy 10 minutes and 44 seconds Kazuhiro Chop. Then our second evening show, we had Isami Kodaka and Kota Sugifuda defeating Kazuki Hashimoto and Tatsuhiko Yoshino in tag team match in 8 minutes and 15 seconds. 6-man tag team match with Jack Kennedy, Damachi So, and Ryu Ito defeating 2/3 of the Yokohama Shopping Street 6-man tag champs deathmatch with champ Yuki Ishikawa and Kazumi Kitayuta defeating Masaki Mayahara 13 minutes and 50 seconds via Tiger Splash. Non-title match, World Strong Heavyweight Champion Yuya Oyaki defeating Katsumasa Yoshida, 13 minutes and 5 seconds for Kazuhiro Chop. Fourth match, one half of the Big Japan tag champs, Takada Nomura and Yoshimi Nakanoe versus Abdullah Kabashi and Masa Hanabata. So Nomura and Yoshifumi wins at 13 minutes 44 via Lariat. And then main event, World Straw Heavyweight Champion Yu for defeating Misaki Mahiro, 11 minutes and 27 seconds via Kazuhiro Chop. So that is the three Big Japan shows. Then we'll go over to Pro Wrestling Noah. Starting point is night number 20. So we can Yoshihiko Inamura defeating Yu Awada, 5 minutes and 24 seconds via body press. Shuhei Taniguchi defeating Daiji Osawa, 6 minutes and 54 seconds. 6-man tag match with Amakuska, Super Crazy, and Judah Milwaukee. Defeating Yoshinori Ogawa, Leona, and Kai Fujimura, 13 minutes and 9 seconds via Open of the Country on Fujimura. 6-man tag team match, we had Masakamiya, Manabe Soya, and Daiki Imba. Defeating Naomi Mirufuji, Muhammad Yo, and Lance Arnione. In a way, excuse me, 11 7 seconds for jumping DDT on Yon. Then tag team match with Ninja Mac and Hydre Aura to beat Alejandro and Siki Yoshioka. 9 minutes and 50 seconds for Mio Fane on Alejandro. Then and 10-man tag team match, a little kind of a preview in one victory. Kano, Adam Brooke, Stalin Rogers, Junior World Champion Hayata, and Ita. Different good looking guys. JC World Champion Jake Lee, Jack Morris, Anthony Green, Yohei Tsuyosuke. 21 minutes and 15 seconds via PFS on Anthony Green. And the main event tag match at AXIC, Go Shiosaki and Katsuhiko Nakajima defeating Asushi Kojige in high 69, 17 minutes and 47 seconds via vertical spike on high 69. So that was Pro Wrestling Noah. And then we'll go to Dragon Gate, King of Gate. This is night number 9. Only 5 matches. This is the final our third quarterfinal match of this tour. So we kick it off with Natural Vibes is Kazi, Big Boss Mojo, and UT defeating Gold Classes, Open a Triangle Gate Champ Meteor, BB Hawk, and Ben K. 10 minutes and 15 seconds via Power Boss and Meteora. In tag team match with D Courage, Open a Dream Gate Champ with Dogan, Kitty Yota, and Dragon Dia defeating Natural Vibes is Jason Lee and Jack Fun Kamei. 7 minutes and 51 seconds via Modified Driver and Kamei. And 6-minute tag team match we had N3K, we had Open a 20 gate champs Mitsuki and Yoshiji Kondo teaming up with Misaki Mochizuki defeating Problem Dragon, Jinky Horiguchi, and Yoshi Kito. 11 minutes and 7 seconds via Schoolboy on Yoshihiki Kato. 8-man tag team match, we had Sea Brats, Shun Skywalker, Kai, Hio, and Open a Verification champ Ishin defeating Yumao, Dragon Gate, Don Fuji, and Koma Ishikawa. 11 minutes and 53 seconds for Dining Senton. And the main event quarterfinal match of the King of Gate tournament. Open a Triangle Gate Champion Kota Minoru defeating Yuki Yoshikawa, 21 minutes and 4 seconds via Golden Rose. So Minoru will meet the winner of Dragon Dia and Hayo in the semifinals. So Dragon Gate. And then we'll go to All Japan Pro Wrestling Summer Action Series Day 4. So opening match, tag team match, Suzuki Oyage, teaming with Soma Watanabe, defeat Tetsuya Matsufusa and Elegant Blanc, 9 minutes and 15 seconds for Fiber Splash. The Bodyguard and Saki from Osaka Pro Wrestling defeating 2/3 of the All Japan Pro Wrestling TV 6-man tag champs, Takato Amori and Black Mansarete, 8 minutes and 43 seconds via Axe Bomber, where Amori accidentally hit his partner with the Axe Bomber, so they got the win. Suwama defeating Yoma Inside, 11 minutes 26 via Last Ride. Tag team match Yuji Nagata and Roki Honda defeating Shuji Ishikawa and Abe, 12 minutes 34 seconds. Nagata locked number 4 on Abe for the All Asian tag titles and a barbed wire barricade electric current explosive death match. The champions Asushi Onita and Yoshitatsu defeat Evolutions, Hikaru Sal, and Dan Tamura, 11 minutes and 17 seconds via explosive bat on Dan Tamura. For the junior heavyweight title, El Lindaman retains over Ryo Inoue, 11 minutes 17 seconds via German suplex. And the main event for the World Tag Team title, so champions Kento Miyahiro and Yuma Oyage, who was also the Triple Crown Heavyweight Champion, defeating the challengers Minoru Suzuki and Hokuto Omori, 25 minutes and 43 seconds via shutdown on Omori. So that was All Japan Pro Wrestling. And in the close of this week's show, we will go to DDT's Wrestle Peter Pan. So opening match, Takashi Masada defeating Kazuma Sumi via Massive Power KOBU, 6 minutes and 48 seconds. 6-man tag team match with Senhiro Takagi, Shinhiro Kawamatsu, and Yuri defeating Masahiro Takanashi, Toy Kojima, and Roka via Shimaki Rocket, 8.5 minutes. And a triple threat 6-man tag team match. We had Damnation TAs, KOD Tag Champ MJ Paul Kennett, and Minoru Fujita defeating Disaster Boxes, Toru Washi, Extreme Champion Kazuchika Naruki Doi, and Burnings, that is Kotaro Suzuki, Yusuke Okada Koryoku, via V&M Driver 2, 11 minutes and 45 seconds. And then in a 6-man tag, we had Paramount's Yuki Ino, Daisuke Dino, and Yomohoi Imanari defeating Akiko, Soma Takago, and Yoshimoto Shomogashi via Sexy Can, 9 minutes and 42 seconds. Tag tank. Actually, we had Chi and Polkadon defeat Andre the Giant Panda and Super Sadango Machine via Chica Pogo Trigger, 11 minutes and 50 seconds. For the six, in this case, it's called 6-man tag titles, but in this case, I'll call it 6-person tag. Titles on the line. The challengers Eruption, Yuko Sakaguchi, Sai Aikai, and Hidaki Okatani. There we go. Say that 15 times fast. Defeating the champions Harmo, Katsushika Higuchi, Ryo Nakatatsu, and Yuki Ishida, 9 minutes and 27 seconds via double arm suplex. Mayo defeating Taka Majinoku via VX Splash, 13 minutes 11 seconds. And tag to mention Junaka Yama and Shuri Iri defeating Harashima and Yuki Nara via Beast Bomber, 13 minutes 25 seconds. Kinosuke Takeshi defeating Yuki Ino via the Cash Staff, 12 minutes and 53 seconds. For the Universal title, the challenger Matt Cardona defeating the champion Tetsuya Endo, 15 minutes and 43 seconds via Ray of Silent. Semi-main event, El Desperado defeating KOD Tag Team Champion Daisuke Sasaki via numerous doors, 20 minutes and 32 seconds. And the main event for the KOD Openweight title, the winner of the 2023 King of DDT tournament, Chris Brooks defeating the champion Yuji Ino via Praying Mantis Bomb, 21 minutes and 4 seconds. So that's DDT. And that's the show for this week, guys. I'm your host, Ethan Black. I'll be back on Friday. Stay safe and have a good weekend.